Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're doing well today. I've got an IPA to review for you, and it's an IPA from a relatively new beer, well, new brewery should I say, a new brewery to me anyway this year, and they're one of my breweries of the year. They're from East London, and they're called Sods Brewery, and this is a can of their Cheri IPA. This is coming in at 4.5% ABV. I met the guys at Sods Brewery at Brew London back in July. And I got chatting to them during one of my sort of walkabouts between the sessions. When everyone sort of clears out to have lunch and that, there's usually a few people knocking around the bar, cleaning up and, you know, replenishing the fridges and everything like that, restocking everything. And I got chatting to them and tried one of their beers there and then. And they kindly gave me a box of everything they do. They've got about 6 different beers, I think, in their core range. And I've been working my way through them and I've loved every single one of them. But this is the first one I've actually reviewed on the channel. Done a couple of Instagram reviews. So yeah, looking forward to this. So yeah, Cheri IPA from Sods Brewery. Again, there is the logo, the Sods Brewery. Check them out on Instagram. Cheri IPA, 4.5%. It's got an awesome amount of flavour text on the back of it, which I like. That shows a bit of passion for what they're doing. So, Cheri IPA, a well-rounded IPA. Subtle hints of citrus on a background of stone fruit, followed with undertones of white wine. This IPA has an atypical malt bill for a beer of its style that gives it complexity, a good depth, and medium-bodied, accompanied by a delicate hop profile combining Hallertau Blanc, Amarillo, and Mandarina Bavaria. This beer is easy drinking and suitable for all occasions. Also notes it's unfiltered for extra flavour. Ingredients: water, barley, hops and yeast. And it's good until the end of May of this year. I'd say these were fresh, like proper fresh when they gave them to me. I've had a few of them knocking around for a while. So we're going to get this IPA out of its can. The Sods can design, they're all similar, just slightly different colours. All have a similar design on them. Straight away it's got a very sort of traditional IPA look about it. It looks like an IPA. Big aroma on it already. This is, so we can see it. This is in the glass. Hazy, gold, dark amber looking IPA with a solid two to 3 finger foamy white looking head, maybe slightly just off white looking head. It's got a very traditional IPA look about it. It's slightly too dark to be a lager, and it's got that middle ground to it. But it looks good. It looks good. Hazy as you like. You're not seeing much through that. Let's dip your snout in, see what the aroma's telling us. Oh, very citrusy. Very citrusy, this one. Fresh citrus. Bit of dark fruit there as well. So one thing about all of these Sods beers, they've all been very complex. I've noticed there's always been a lot going on with the beers. You never quite know what you're getting. Very different. But that's a lovely grapefruity. There's a bit of raspberry, strawberry on the aroma. It's citrus and sweet berries going on. Grapefruit. Looks like there's a bit of apple, sort of red apple on the aroma. It's like blackcurrant. Strawberry aroma to it. It smells lovely. It smells citrusy. It's fruity. There's a bit of tropical fruit to it. Maybe a touch of pineapple there as well. There's a lot going on. I'm going to get stuck in. Cheers, everyone. Oh, it's very, very citrusy, this one. And here's a bit of bitterness. It's very citrusy, extremely citrusy. It's even the bitterness at the back end is citrusy and it lingers. Nice. It's proper fresh tasting. There's a bit of zest, like an orange, grapefruit zest. It's really up front as well. Bang. Grapefruit, pineapple. A little bit of sweetness there. So it was like that pineapple is definitely coming through on the flavour. Grapefruit. Bit of lemon, bit of lime. It's quite bitter. Bitterness builds up sort of mid-palate and really lingers towards the back. It's a proper IPA and it's sessionable at 4.5% ABV. It's one you could drink a few of. Again, I think it's another really nice beer from Three Sods. I think they're knocking it out of the park, these guys, at the moment. It's easy drinking. It's light on the body without being watery. It's not thin. Coats the palate. Well carbonated. Big citrus hit up front. Grapefruit. There's the pineapple. That sort of red apple, dark fruit that I was getting on the aroma doesn't quite follow through on the flavour. But it's really citrusy. Really refreshing. And it has quite a drying finish. Quite a drying, bitter finish, which rounds it off nicely. There's a touch of sweetness right at the beginning when it first hits your tongue. But not enough for my brain to sort of identify what it is, you know. It's sort of blink and you miss it. It's there, it's sweet up front. And then the citrus vibes take over, the grapefruit, a touch of pineapple. So on the aroma, I was getting something that reminded me of sort of strawberry, red apple. I'm not quite getting enough of that on the flavour for it to really be a notable tasting note for me. But it's really citrusy. It's very bitter. It's very drying at the back end. I really like it. I really like that complexity to it. I like that citrus, that freshness to it, and I like that dry, bitter finish to it. It's a perfect IPA for me in that sense. For the ABV, excuse me, it's gassy as well. Oh, look at that. The quality of that beer. The carbonation. Following it around. Lacing on a glass. For a 4.5% ABV. The quality is outstanding from these guys. Every beer I've had, genuinely every beer that they gave me, I've been well impressed with, and they're totally different. The beers that they're making, I can't think of any other brewery that they remind me of. The style, the hops that they use, the malt bill, they're really kind of on their own for me in terms of the breweries and the beers that I've had this year in particular. Three Sods very much have their own individual style to brewing. They really do. And I'm well impressed. How quickly it's going down. I just want to keep going back to it. That bitterness, that dryness at the back end really makes you want to go in for another swig. It's lovely. Like I say, really refreshing. Plenty of citrus, pineapple, grapefruit. Really lovely body to it. And there's constantly a hoppiness to it, a bitterness to it, a citrus vibe to it. My palate's covered in it. And the more I drink it, the more I'm enjoying it. And the more I want to go back and have another swig. And I just wish I had another can of it. It's one of those. It's a beer that I feel like one's not enough. I just want to get stuck into another one. I think it's fantastic. I really do. I think these guys are an absolutely superb brewery, and I recommend everyone keeps an eye out. I'll put a link to their website in the description box below. Check them out. Three Sods Brewery, East London. Fantastic beers. And this is another one. The Mon Cheri, not 100% sure on the pronunciation. I'm going to go for Mon Cheri. 4.5% ABV IPA. You'd be hard pushed to find an IPA with that low ABV, with that much flavour. It's a belter. It's another absolutely banging beer from Three Sods. Check them out, please. I'm going to give this beer a solid 8 out of 10. I think that's a cracking beer. So well done to them. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Until my next one, you take care.